Hey everyone, and welcome. So, if you're in marketing, you pretty much live and breathe the funnel, right? But what if the way we've all been taught to build it is actually slowing us down? Today, we're going to flip the script on customer acquisition with a powerful and honestly, a much smarter playbook. Let's jump right in. All right, so let's kick things off with something we all know, something that's practically baked into our DNA as marketers, the classic marketing funnel. It's the foundation of so many strategies, a real marketing 101 staple. You know the drill, right? You start at the top, this big, wide net to capture awareness, then you slowly nurture people down through consideration and decision, and you cross your fingers they become loyal fans. It's a logical path for sure. But, and this is the key, it's a journey from the business's point of view. So here's the big question, the one that changes everything. What if focusing on our funnel makes us totally miss the mark on the customer's real journey? What if starting at the top, with the biggest, broadest audience, is actually the least efficient way to grow your business? See, to really connect, we've got to stop being so obsessed with our funnel and start getting inside their heads. We need to go deeper, into their psychological state. And this is where the 5 stages of awareness come in. Honestly, this is a total game changer. First up, you've got the unaware. These folks are just going about their day. They don't even realize there's a problem that needs fixing, let alone that you have a solution for it. This is by far the toughest group to talk to, because you first have to convince them a problem even exists. Okay, next we have the problem aware. The light bulb has flickered on, they're feeling the pain. Maybe their spreadsheets are a total mess, or their team communication is broken, but they have absolutely no idea what kind of solutions are out there. This is your chance to step in, validate that feeling, and start to build some trust. Now at the solution-aware stage, they know categories of solutions exist. They're thinking, oh, there are apps for this? Or I bet there's some software that can help with that. They aren't looking at brands yet, not really. They're just exploring the types of solutions on the market. And now we get to the product-aware stage. This is where things get serious. They know your name and they know your competitors' names. They are deep in the weeds, scrolling through comparison charts, reading every review, and weighing the pros and cons of specific products. They are actively shopping. And that brings us to the finish line, the most aware. These prospects are hot to trot. They're on the verge of buying. They've done their homework, they probably have you in their top 2 or 3, and they just need that final nudge, that little bit of info or a great offer to get them across the line. So there you have it. That's the real journey, the one that's happening inside the customer's mind. It's a mental progression from I don't have a problem all the way to where do I enter my credit card number. Understanding this psychological path is where the real magic happens. Okay, so we have our business funnel and we have the customer's awareness journey. And what the most of us do, we try to tackle this from stage 1. But the really smart strategy, the secret to getting results fast, is to do the exact opposite. This is the big reveal right here. Don't start with the unaware, start with the most aware. You put all your initial energy and focus on the people who are already standing at the finish line. Why? Because they're your lowest hanging fruit, the people who are just about ready to say yes. Think about it. When you target the most aware prospects, you get sales, like right now. You get those quick wins, which builds incredible momentum. And that generates cash flow that you can then turn around and reinvest to start targeting the people in the earlier stages. It's all about building a growth engine, starting with the easiest wins. So what does this actually look like in practice? Here's your new workflow. You start by perfecting your landing pages, your offers, your messaging for the most aware. Once that's converting like crazy, then you work backwards. You build out content for the product aware, then the solution aware, and on and on. You're building your funnel from the bottom up. Here's another way to look at it that might just blow your mind a little. The traditional marketing funnel isn't wrong. It's just that there's a mini funnel inside each of these 5 awareness stages. Your job isn't to build one giant funnel. It's to build 5 small ones that move a person from one stage of awareness to the next. Okay, so this all sounds great in theory, right? But how in the world do you actually do it? Well, it all boils down to one simple thing: figuring out what stage a prospect is in and then speaking their language. You've got to match your message to their mindset. And the good news is your customers are leaving breadcrumbs for you everywhere. You just have to know where to look. For B2B folks, listen to the questions they ask on sales calls. For B2C, use surveys or dig into your customer support chats. But maybe the most powerful signal of all is the exact words they're typing into a search bar. I mean, this right here tells you everything you need to know. The difference in these search terms is like night and day. Someone searching, what is a CRM, is way at the beginning. They need basic education. But someone searching Pipedrive versus Salesforce, whoa, that person is deep in the product-aware stage. They're ready for a detailed comparison. Their words tell you exactly where they are. All right, let's get super practical and put this all together. We're going to build out your new marketing playbook right here, right now, by mapping the perfect piece of content to every single stage of awareness. See how this works? For the most aware, who are basically asking why you hit them with a demo or a free trial. For the product aware, asking how do you stack up against the competition, you give them a killer comparison chart. And for the problem aware, who just want their pain to go away, you offer a simple, helpful how-to guide. Every piece of content has one specific job for one specific mindset. And really, this is what it's all about. When you align your message perfectly with where your prospect is mentally, all the friction just melts away. You're not trying to sell a product to someone who doesn't even know they have a problem. You're meeting them exactly where they are, and it just works. So I'll leave you with this to really chew on for your own business. Who is that person right now who is so close to buying from you? Who is your most aware customer? And is what you're saying to them in that critical moment exactly what they need to hear to finally make that decision? Think about it.